Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Tripp, and welcome to the Game According to Me podcast for July 2018. Um, July was really a slow month um, for sports. Um, you can talk about baseball is going on, and they're in the throes of now the dog days of summer as we get into August. Um, but really, you can talk about the home run derby was fun. Ever since they've changed the what's the name? Ever since they changed the thing from 10 outs to 4 minutes, it's obviously been more exciting. There's been more homers and been more you know drama into it. So it was fun, and we also had a little extra drama afterwards. As apparently one of the rules is that the person can't take a either batter can't take a swing, or the pitcher can't throw the pitch until the ball has touched either touched down on the ground or touched down into the crowd. I guess in that final round when it was Schwarber versus Harper, there was a thing where it looked like Harper and his dad kind of maybe have cheated, and they threw and his dad threw a pitch before the ball hit the ground. So listen, it's all good. It was fun to watch, and two of my guys, since I'm a Cubs fan, Schwarber and Baez were in it, so I'm glad they were in it. So it was all fun. So I had no problems with what went down on Monday. And this, besides the way, it's just a home run derby. It's not like home run derby match like it would mean something or anything like that. And then we get into the All-Star game, and Baez was the leadoff hitter, and he led off the game with a hit, and that was fun. And Contreras, he hit a home run. So again, as a Cub fan, two of my guys were good. And All-Star game, again, it's one of the weaker ones for me, and I know a lot of people are not. But yeah, for some reason, some people aren't fans of All Star games anymore as they used to be, and everything that goes along with it. And I don't understand why. I've always been a proponent of the All Star games and the stuff that goes around it, the Saturday night and the dunk contest and things like that. I do rapid reactions to the dunk contest and things and All Star Saturday night. So I'll do one this upcoming February. I'll do a live one where you can just kind of watch it with me as I watch it. So I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, I am kind of shocked that a lot of people aren't into the surroundings of the All Star games as they once was when they were younger. But that being said, I don't watch the NHL one. I usually watch part of the Pro Bowl, some of the Pro Bowl. I watch, of course, the NBA All Star game, and I watch the Major League one. I'll probably say the NBA will be first. All the stuff that comes around to it. I've never had a problem with the NBA and what they've done, with in the past, where it was just kind of like this. It was defense optional, and I had no problem with it. I do understand why some people would say that it needed to be a little bit more tighter and better, and they definitely tried to this year with the pickup style game, something like that. It should be televised. That's one thing. Hopefully, will happen next year, that it will be televised, and so we'll have to wait and see. That being said, the Pro Bowl will be number 2, and then Major League Baseball would be 3 for me. So, but yeah, that's pretty much for baseball. I mean, again, there was some trades made. I guess nothing too big. I think maybe The biggest trade came actually on the deadline, right? When it was Chris Archer going from Tampa Bay to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh somehow trying to jump into this. Well, actually, no. Let's face it. Actually, the biggest trade was Manny Machado. Right after the All-Star game, Manny Machado was traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. That was the biggest trade. So we'll see how that takes them into the rest of the Major League Baseball season and into the playoffs. Right now, they're not even in the playoffs because the Diamondbacks are ahead of them in the division, and the Colorado Rockies have one of their wild card spots. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be a wild ride coming down on the lane of Major League Baseball. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and let's talk about this too as well. We talk about the All-Star game. During the All-Star game, Josh Hader had some tweets from his past come to light. Somewhere he used racial slurs and he used gay slurs and inoffensive language, and it was a big thing. This happened to not only him, but to a pitcher for Atlanta, Sean Newcomb, and Trey Turner, the shortstop for the Washington Nationals. And let me say this: I am very, very sickened, not by the words they said. I'm disappointed in the words that they said and the words that they used. But I'm sickened that somebody wants to go through and ruin these people's lives. Because they know we are in a place right now where the outraged mob looking for anything and everything to get, mad at. Is looking for anything and everything to get mad at. You stepped on a cat's tail. Animal abuse. You deserve to be fricasseed. They're looking for all types of things, to do to people. And some people are not going back into old tweets and finding these out. And it is just so sickening. It really is. I am more sickened by that than what they said. What they said is disappointing. But again, these are, young people thinking that they can do things, being stupid, being ignorant, being whatever. I don't think they're, being insensitive, being intolerant. But but you can grow as a human being, I believe. And I believe that all three of those people probably have grown from being a human being. This happened, earlier this year with the NFL draft and the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills now. I believe he had some tweets come to light from his past, and I think he can grow. He can maybe possibly have grown. Now he has to show it, and so there's these three guys that have to show that the men they are now are not the same as those kids that were back then, and hopefully they will show it. But yeah, I just it doesn't seem to going to be stopped. It's now moving on into other worlds, and it's going on. This New York Times person apparently did some of this stuff. She's an Asian lady, and she was talking about white men and really bad and white people, and definitely Philip DeFranco made a great point. Everybody's saying, hey, you can be okay. Well, if these were black men, she was talking about, would it be okay? So, yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So, yeah, but that's just my thought about it. Let's stop looking into people's past. Let's stop looking into people's past and trying to find out, they're like if they're a bad person or something like that. It really does not matter. And it happened with even the director for James Gunn. And you know what? Now the actors Chris Pratt and Zoe Saldana and all of these guys, they're saying to Disney, we know who James Gunn is as a person. He, not only is he a great director, he's a better human being. unfire him and bring him back to the project of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, and I love that. I love the fact that people standing up for him. It just automatically outraged mom, and I can't stand it. I'm really, really getting sick and tired of it. Really getting sick and tired of it. I know this is supposed to be that's my game according to me podcast, but a little bit of the world happening on this podcast. So yeah, that's stuff with that. We also talk about a little bit about the NBA free agency. That's happened at the beginning of the month. It always does. Surprised that Paul George stayed in what's his face in Oklahoma City. Not surprised LeBron James went to Lakers. Surprised that the Lakers would then sign Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson, and JaVale McGee to their roster. And I put this out on Twitter. They've got three guys who were like the top Shaq and the Fool guys, in the last several years. Stevenson, McGee, and James. So, and yes, James did some stuff too. So it's gonna be interesting out there to see what they're doing. Kawhi Leonard was traded from San Antonio to Toronto, and listen, I think I understand why. I think I understand why. I understand because Toronto knows that this is their last chance, and they couldn't. They had the best record, with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry as their 1-2 punch. They had all of this, togetherness, and they still get swept by LeBron James' worst team that he's ever taken to the NBA Finals. And I think you might want to argue that, that one that he took back in 05 or what is it, whatever it was when he was, when he played San Antonio, but no, it is, it's a very close margin between both teams. So I mean, it's just wow. So you never know. You never know what happens. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Jabari Parker came home to Chicago. He's gonna be a Bull. He's gonna see what's happening there. So this NBA season is gonna be very, very interesting. I cannot wait for it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be very, very interesting. We'll see where that comes up. So yeah, then we got football starting. Obviously, this is a couple of days past July, but training camp was in session, and we've already got a bunch of ACL injuries, of course, and so it just is what it is. We really will have to wait and see. But I will be doing my preview of both the college football and pro football season. So look for that over on my YouTube channel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, AJ Trip, I will let you know when those things are happening. Make sure you keep in touch with that. So, and really quickly, let's talk about Extreme Rules. There's a very average to above average pay-per-view. I enjoy some of the stuff. I don't know why they had Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns. Only have Roman Reigns beat Bobby Lashley a couple weeks later. So we got SummerSlam coming up. That should be fun and interesting. And let's see TakeOver Brooklyn 4. I think that's going to be great. So we'll have to wait and see what goes down. All right, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Post in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, SoundCloud, or Spreaker, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening. Thank you very so much for doing so. This is your boy AJ Trip signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. I'll be back next month with the Game Recording Media Podcast, August 2018. I am out.